This year we're celebrating 40 years of FED Corporation being in business, and we are a generational business. My dad founded it, and I was able to grow up in the business, and that was a tremendous opportunity for me to be able to see so many things that you don't get to learn in school.
Brock became very involved in our business from a very early age. He was 10, 12, 14 years old. He was doing jobs around the warehouse and mowing lawns and sweeping the warehouse and managing the warehouse. And then he was out on job sites, actually setting steel and building buildings. And after an education in construction management, then he started to run projects, supervise projects, manage multiple projects. And so there became a time when we were very comfortable that he was ready to step in and take over the business. And that's when we put together the partnership, and he took over the lead and started to run the business.
One of the unique things that I look back at and I take such great value in was at the end of the day, sitting around the dinner table with my mom and dad, I was able to hear and communicate about the successes, the struggles, the challenges, and how those are handled. And I think that's given me such a great foundation to grow with. I've realized very quickly that in order to be successful in this business, I watched my dad go through tremendous struggle personally. You had to put yourself out there and be uncomfortable in situations. If you were comfortable, you weren't growing. And I think that's something that I've learned from him, that I've tried to really push myself. So I've gone to the point of not just learning from my dad and using his decades of experience in the industry as a resource, but I've learned that if I am comfortable, I am not doing my job. And so I've gone to the extent of hiring coaches that truly push me out of my comfort zone, push me to that next level. And that's what I'm doing, but that has made it so that I have made a point to structure my company and the staff around me to be ever growing, ever increasing, ever improving. And I want my staff around me to be challenged. And I want to hire people around me that absolutely make my knowledge and construction pale in comparison. I want to surround myself with people that are tremendous assets and are going to represent the company well.
From the time I started my career, I think I only worked one summer for anyone else, and that was in 1965, and I worked for $1.25 an hour. From that time on, I've always worked for myself. I've always done my own thing. I've been an entrepreneur. I've started businesses. And starting and running a business is very difficult. It may seem easy, it may seem glamorous, but there's a lot of ups and downs. I remember when we first started, we started in January. I think it was May before we had our first job, our first customer. Then again, a few trickled in the summer, had some more in the fall. But there was week after week, month after month, when there was literally no money to take out of the company, no paycheck. And even in the beginning stages, once things started to happen, many times, we were not able to take a paycheck when we were able to pay everyone else. So it's important that people understand just how difficult starting a business is. I think as an entrepreneur, getting a business started and building it to a level of where somebody can take over and run it after that is a big deal, and it's a lot of work. But you always hope that you get it to a level, and then when you turn it over, there's a transition to family or another partner that they can make it happen and make it even bigger and better. And I think that's what's happened in our business. We've, over the years, built a strong business. We've had a great customer base. We've had outstanding employees that have done a tremendous job for us. But doing the transition over to my son, Brock, has been a pleasure. It has worked out well.
Being a generational business, it does give you opportunities. It gives you the opportunity to leverage relationships in a positive way. I mean, my dad was able to set up relationships with families and family businesses that I am now able to utilize that connection and work with that second generation as well. I also have the opportunity to really screw that up, and that's something I take very seriously. And I talk to my staff a lot about that, and I make sure that we're not just a construction company. We build great structures. We do it on time, we do it on budget, all those great things. Those are just the baselines. I think that the real thing that puts our company, apart from others, is the focus on that relationship, that recognizing that the relationship that made it possible for me to take over from my dad is the same level and effort of energy that goes into maintaining relationships with our customers, with our employees. We do consider our employees to be family. I'm going to surround myself with people that are like-minded in ethics and morals and really want to take things to the next level.
I've always said, in hiring staff and putting a great staff and employees around you, it's bringing their ideas, their entrepreneurship to the company that can be a big part of being successful. And I think he's done that. He has brought a great staff of employees together that bring a lot to the company, and together as a team, I think they do very well and are going to move the company to a much, much higher level than I ever dreamt that we could get to. And that's exciting for me as a past owner of having him take over and do that and move it to a whole nother level.
I think it's important that anyone that works with us or anybody that I want to hire to work in this company understands where we want to go as a company. I've got goals to take this to the next level and to the next level, and I feel very honored that since the time that I've taken over this business, we've been able to grow it. And I think that that's probably the most important piece for any new customer, any new employee, is to understand our goals, our morals, and where we want to take things, our core values. We've built this company and will continue to build this company based on integrity and based on being a true partner in a construction project. Using those core beliefs, we are going to grow year over year, and our goal is to hit at least 10% growth every year. And that's a lofty goal in a construction company because that's steady growth. But I think that we've started to see the results of the relationships, the way we handle projects, the way we work with customers, and I think that in the coming years we will start to become one of the largest general contractors in Michigan. Right now we are in the top 100 of all metal builders in North America for tonnage and square footage, and all my staff knows where we are on that list, and all my staff was very enthusiastic about taking it to the next level and the next level and moving up that list. And I think that our core staff and our guys in the field, everybody wants to grow. I think they recognize that we want to bring people into the company that have like values and like goals. And I think that because we are all unified in wanting to grow, I think we'll hit that mark. I think we'll get there, and I know that I have a great team to make it happen.